Ushers, you might be seated. I promise not to be before you long. Dr. Martin Luther King writes in a book, Where Do We Go From Here?
My Lord.
On August 6, 1965, the president's room of the Capitol could scarcely hold the multitude of white and Negro leaders crowding it. President Lyndon Johnson's high spirit was marked as he circulated among the many guests whom he had invited to visit an event he confidently felt to be historic, the signing of the 1965 Voting Rights Act.
Come on
the
now.
legislation was designed to put the ballot effectively into the Negro hands in the South after a century of denial by terror and evasion.
All right.
The bill that lay on the polished mahogany desk was born in violence in Selma, Alabama, where a stubborn sheriff holding Negroes in the Southern tradition had stumbled against the future. During a non-violent demonstration for voting rights, the sheriff had directed his men in tear gassing and beating the marchers to the ground. The nation had seen and heard and exploded in indignation. In protest, Negroes and whites marched 50 miles through Alabama and arrived at the state capital of Montgomery in a demonstration 50,000 strong. President Johnson designed Selma as a modern Concord, addressed a joint session of Congress before a television audience of millions. He pledged that we shall overcome and declared that the national government must by law ensure that every Negro has full rights as a citizen. The Voting Rights Bill of 1965 was the result. In signing the measure, the president announced that today is a triumphant for freedom as huge as any victory that has ever been won on any battlefield. Today we strike away the last major shackle of fierce and ancient bonds. Social justice and progress are the absolute guarantors of riot prevention. There is no other answer. Constructive social change will bring certain tranquility. Evasion will merely encourage turmoil. Negroes hold only one key to the double lock of peaceful change. The other is in the hand of the white community. Just for a few minutes, I want to talk about a seat at the table of brokenness.
All right.
A seat at the table of brokenness. We see Jeremiah here in chapter 38, and freedom is not a lifestyle, but it is a choice. See, you can't buy freedom. But freedom is a choice that we make, that we live regardless of what's going on around us. You can still live free. Somebody go pray with me. When we look at Jeremiah and we peruse through this passage of scripture, we find the prophet of God in the person of Jeremiah thrown into prison again, because if you go back to chapter 38, you will see where they throw Jeremiah in prison for treason, but King Zedekiah let Jeremiah out to live in the prison court once again. So we find ourselves down in the middle, in the beginning of chapter 38, where Jeremiah is being thrown now, not just in the prison, but now he's thrown down in the dungeon. He's down in the cistern. The cistern was a small little place that had a circular opening that you could only exit or enter it by this small hole, and you had to be let down with a rope. So now they've let Jeremiah down. Jeremiah is down in the middle of the mob, which is nothing but some soaking wet lime clay. He's sinking down in it, and he's gonna die there. That was their whole problem. That was their whole thing. They wanted Jeremiah to die because Jeremiah, in the beginning of chapter 38, Jeremiah, he brings them the word of the Lord. And the word of the Lord told him to get up out of his country and go into the land of the Chaldeans. And because he told them to go where the Chaldeans was, he didn't say live like the Chaldeans. He said just go into the land of the Chaldeans. He said because God said that if you stay over here, you are surely going to die because of famine and all of the distress and everything going on. You will surely die if you stay over here. So the princes, they went to King Zedekiah, told King Zedekiah, Jeremiah, edit again, telling them what thus said the Lord. He making our men of war weak till they don't even want to fight anymore. And we need to do something about Jeremiah. So you get to verse 5. And the king tell them, he in your hand. What can I do to you? Do whatever you please. So they take Jeremiah and they put Jeremiah down in this dungeon. Isn't it ironic how every time you turn around, somebody's always trying to put you in a bad place. Isn't it ironic? The more it look like you do for God, it look like the more folk arouse up against you. It look like the more you get in tune with God, the more people bringing up some accusations against you. Look like the more we try to lift God up and the more we try to draw folk closer to God, it seems like folks are always trying to do something to despise us, to stab us in the back, to bring us down, to shut us up, to cast us out. Isn't it ironic?
Come on, preacher.
Right now.
The more we lift up God, the more trouble comes. But when I learn about the text, is that God is still the same God, regardless of where you are. See, I know everybody want to sit at the table. Everybody want to take a seat at the table because it seems like the table is where everything is all right. But it's really at the table where all brokenness is.
All right.
See, it's really at the table that you can sit down and discuss your brokenness. See, what Dr. King was trying to do was to bring everybody to the same table because we were all broken anyway. So Dr. King said that if we would just come together, that we can work this thing out. See, that's what the whole thing is all about. Just to sit at the table of brokenness. We got guys like Darius was just speaking. He said he could have ended up in jail. He could have ended up dead. And we got the same situation going on right now in our day and time. And if you get caught up in the system,
All right.
if you get diverted to have to go into the system, it's not so bad that you're in there, but when you come out, it seems like you're in more hell than you was when you went in there. Because now you got to fill out an application that's got that little box on it that you got to check that you've been. Somebody gonna pray with me. You got that little box on there. Now, even though we got bonus rank, even though the last shackle has been broken, even though we've been released from that shackle, they come up with a brand new one.
That's
They
it.
put a box on the application.
All right.
I'm going.
All right.
I'm going. Tell the truth.
Encompassing us with another shackle. But we find here, Obed Melech, the Ethiopian, a eunuch, a Cushite, a black man who overhears that Jeremiah is in prison. And I said, Obed Melech, name is only mentioned twice in the Bible, and here in chapter 38 and in chapter 39, but Obed Melech hears that Jeremiah is in prison, and he jumps straight into action. And Obed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man who works in the king's house, Obed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man who works in the king's house, who is about to live up to his purpose while fulfilling the meaning of his name. See, Obed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man who works in the king's house, but his name means servant of God.
All right.
But he's working in the king's house, but his name means servant of God. He's working for a king, but he's the servant of the king. And Obed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man who works in the king's house, goes to the king while the king was performing his natural functions of mediating disputes and settling legal questions about the siege and the water and the food supply that have been cut off. King Zedekiah is sitting at the gate of Benjamin, and he's mediating because of the chaos that's going on within the community, and he's really not worried about the chaos outside of the community, but because of the famine that's going on inside of the community, because of the lack of inside of the community, King Zedekiah is now mediating to settle disputes that is going on within his own house. So Ebed-Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite,
Come on now.
the black man, he goes and takes a seat at the table of brokenness.
Mama.
And he tells the king, these men have done evil to the prophet of God in the person of Jeremiah. Tarzan Swindle writes, true servants are merciful. They care, they get involved, they get dirty if necessary. They offer more than pious words. A true servant is merciful. And if you look at Matthew chapter 5, verse 7, it says, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And if you're going to be a servant, you have to be merciful. And if you're going to be in a relationship with God, you got to know how to express religion. And religion is not what you say, but it's what you do. And if we are not in the right relationship with God, then there is no religion because there is no relationship.
All right.
Work that.
So the king, he hears Ebed-Melech. And he tells Ebed-Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man, take you 30 minutes.
Wait a minute.
Take you 30 minutes. And you go get Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Before Jeremiah dies. And Ebed-Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite,
The black man.
the black man. He takes 30 minutes. He goes into the king's house. He don't go get the best rags.
All right.
He don't go get the cleanest linen. But he go get the old clothes. And he go get the dirty rags. And he take the dirty rags.
Come on now.
And the old clothes. And he go get with 30 men. And they go down into under the treasury of the king's palace and the lower parts of where anybody would be. And they go down. And he takes the old clothes. And he takes the dirty rags. And he ties them around the ropes. And he ties, y'all gonna pray with
Come
my
on now.
He
Come on.
ties the old dirty rags around the ropes.
Yeah.
And he takes the ropes and they let the ropes down. Now I don't know how heavy Jeremiah is, but I figure if he was somebody of my side, it took all 31 of them. Don't be laughing at me, some of y'all.
Come on now. A little bit more.
But it took all 31 of them. So they let the rope down.
Come on, preacher.
And he tells Jeremiah, Jeremiah, you take the old rags and the old clothes and you wrap them around your armpits. Don't put the rope up on your armpit because it's going to burn the skin off for you.
Yeah.
But he cared so much for Jeremiah that he took the rags and he strategically placed them on the ropes. That when they let the ropes down and he wrapped them around his armpit.
Come on now.
And when they pulled him out of that old stinking mouth,
Lord.
They were so careful not to cause injury to Jeremiah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't God all right?
Yes, he is.
That when God came to see about us,
Yeah.
that he was so careful that when he brought us out of our dark place, that we didn't have a star, a track, no,
Thank you, Lord.
that we were never there.
Thank you, Lord. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord.
Obed Miller really wasn't thinking about Ebed Melech. That's how I think about Obed. Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man, and Black History Month. Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man.
Come on, man.
Really wasn't worried about the stuff going on around him. He is living up to who God wants him to be.
Yes.
And if we would start concentrating on who God wants us to be
Yeah.
and do what thus says the Lord.
Yes.
See, Ebed Melech know how Jeremiah got there. Because Jeremiah was saying what thus says the Lord.
That's right.
And even though Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man, was a member in the king's house, he knew what king he served.
Come on now.
So now Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man, Ebed Melech really wasn't thinking about what could happen to him because he know who God is. And if God will allow him to bring Jeremiah, he know now that he has favor with God. If you go to chapter 39,
Come on now. Favor.
God gives word to Jeremiah. And he said, I need you to go down and talk to Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian, the eunuch, the Cushite, the black man. And I want you to tell him that he don't have to fear those folks that he's afraid of.
Come on now.
Because of what he's done for you,
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing for him. That no harm is going to come to him, but I'm going to deliver him out of the hands of the folks that seek him. I'm going to lift him up, and he don't have, I will pray with Michael Lee. Even though you got a table at the seat of brokenness, you can still trust God. Even though we're in the middle of chaos, even though we're in the middle of racism or placism, even though we're in the middle of it, we have a choice to be free. See, I choose to be free. I choose to be free. Even though I know what's going on in society. Darius, I pray for you, brother. I thank God that you even had a chance to experience it. Because now you know what the rest of us been talking about for years. But now you know. And it's all right. Because as long as you know where you are and who you are, you all right. See, it's all right to take a seat at the table of brokenness. It's all right.
My Lord.
Because now you realize where you are. See, I thank God because if it had not been for Jesus, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now. If it had not been for Jesus, see, we're not bound by shackles, we're bound by law. We're not.
All right now.
And a lot of us are shackled in our mind.
Yes.
Come on now.
Because we are seeking the material things
Yes.
of life and not the spiritual well-being of life. See, there's a lot of folk in distress right now because there's a lot of sickness going on. And they think sickness is unto death.
No.
But sickness is only unto life.
That's
See,
it.
we are in the land of the dying, going to a land of the living. If you are in Christ Jesus, but you got to be in Christ Jesus. So now that I have a seat at the table of brokenness.
Come on now, fix it.
I'm learning how to keep my mouth closed. I'm learning how to discipline myself. I'm learning that being quiet is a reflection of the power of who God is.
Come on now.
I'm learning that because if I start talking, nobody can hear what God is saying.
That's right.
But if I would be quiet
Come on now.
and let the actions of God move,
Yeah. His command. Come on,
and
preach
then
up.
yet while I'm sitting at the table of brokenness, Dr. King, he writes this work to stress the common cause of all inherited white and black, laying at the basis of contemporary struggle, now unfolding around the economic issues. He spoke out sharply for all the poor in their hues, for he knew if color made us different, then misery and oppression made us the same.
All right.
See, color can divide you, but misery and oppression will bring you back together.
Yeah.
See, color screwed us up. But when we start having the same afflictions and we start having the same distresses, then we began to identify. Y'all gonna pray. See, when you're at the table of brokenness, then you identify
That's the truth. Don't preach it.
with your problem.
My.
A table, a seat at the table of brokenness. Well, Reverend, how can I overcome? Reverend, how can I make it over? How can I take a seat at the table of brokenness? It's at the table of brokenness that nobody can see your struggle.
My Lord.
It's under the table. Is where God has hidden all of your dark secrets. It's at the table where God has moved on your behalf. Where God has wiped away your every tear. Where God has took your distresses and your afflictions and your sicknesses. Where God has took all of those hurts and all of those pains and under the table is where God has wiped your slate clean. Well, keys, I just don't understand that.
I'll fix it.
Well, let me make it plain. Over 2,000 years ago,
Come on now.
God began to search out his heavenly realm. And he was looking for someone to come. But he couldn't find anybody worthy. So God said, because there's none worthy and as able as I will separate myself from myself. And then I will go myself.
Yeah.
So he jumps on nature's train to save humanity
Come on now.
in the midst of his humility.
Come on
And
now.
he came down through 40
Come on now.
and 2 generations. And it says in the word that they marched him up a hill called Calvary. And it says that they took my Jesus and they stripped him of his clothes and they stretched him wide and they hung him up on high. And he says in the word that he said that if I be lifted up, that I'll draw all men unto me. And it says that he laid his head in the locks of his shoulder.
Praise God.
My.
And he gave up the ghost. Jesus down off of this old rugged cross. And he buried him in a borrowed tomb. But the record says that he didn't stay there. Because one Thursday morning, before the dew could settle on the ground, before the sunlight could shine herself, says that while he was in the grave, hell became shipwrecked, and heaven became satisfied. That he got up on the third day morning. That he got up on the third day morning with all power in his hand. Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right? He got up. Ain't you glad that he got up? He got up that we may be able to have a seat at the table of brokenness. He got up that we can be a reflection of his power and his mercy and his goodness and his love. He got up that we might have life and have life more abundantly. He got up. 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 Thank God that Jesus got up. Thank God. Thank God.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Thank God. Already.
Yes,
Thank God. I don't know about you, but if there was ever a time to praise God, it's right now. There was ever a time to lift God up, it's right now. Because he's given us the strength that in the middle of chaos, even in the middle of chaos, we are still a community of believers. We came in this place today trusting God and believing that God should deliver on time.
Yes, God.
You do it, my Father.